Hello everybody, welcome to the Veg Report. My name is Glenn.
And my name is Sarah, and in this show we try to offer helpful information about being a vegetarian or vegan.
Today's show, can going vegan stop global warming?
As we covered in the Veg Report number 3, What if the world went vegan? One of the key benefits in more people being vegan would be a reduction in the amount of greenhouse gases.
Because a typical family of 4 in the US will on average contribute more greenhouse gases from their meat consumption than from driving 2 cars, a lot of that responsibility falls on the livestock industry.
After doing research for this show and for some of our other Veg Report shows, one of the reasons we went vegan is because we are deeply concerned, like many people worldwide, about greenhouse gases and global warming, both of which will ultimately result in climate change.
Since we started doing this show, we have seen a lot of reports about the impact of going vegan towards preventing further climate change.
So first, to level set for all of us, why is it we are worried about greenhouse gases again? Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere.
The Earth has warmed 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit since 1880, and the greatest contributor to global warming are carbon dioxide, methane, and black carbon.
As the Earth warms, the climate changes, impacting weather patterns and life on Earth, including people.
We wondered though, is being vegan really better for preventing the impact of climate change? So we decided to do a little more research specifically on this topic. Here are some of what we found.
Researchers have documented large amounts of methane emissions and nitrous oxide, which are both gases that increase global warming. These large amounts have been found near piles of animal waste. This is produced where livestock is raised, whether for meat or dairy consumption.
According to a paper published by the journal Science in June of 2018 by researchers at Oxford University, if everybody stopped consuming meat and dairy globally, we could reduce the amount of farmland by 75%.
Lead author of the study, Joseph Poore, said, "A vegan diet is probably the single biggest way to reduce your impact on planet Earth. Not just greenhouse gases, but global acidification, eutrophication, land use, and water use. It's far bigger than cutting down on your flights or buying an electric car."
According to another source, cows produce 12 times more than soy in terms of emission per ton and 30 times more than wheat.
The Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, FAO, found that raising livestock takes about 80% of all agricultural land and produces just 18% of the world's calories.
By their calculations, cattle generate up to 2/3 of the greenhouse gases from livestock and are the world's 5th largest source of methane. If cows were a country, they would be the planet's 3rd largest greenhouse gas emitter.
As Ethan Brown, founder and chief executive officer of Beyond Meat, said in a September 2018 article in the UN Environment Program, "We can make a big difference by simply changing the protein source for meat from animals to plants."
The answer, we believe, of whether being vegan versus being vegetarian really makes a difference is, it does. Being vegan reduces greenhouse gases considerably.
Livestock takes up a lot of space and land, wastes precious water that can be used for drinking or growing plants that will feed many more people.
And it produces a great deal of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, heating up the earth. This is partially due to so much land being deforested in order to raise livestock.
Of all the reasons to go vegan, we think climate change is one of the most compelling. We wondered, why weren't more vegans talking about this? And why weren't more climate change activists and environmentalists advocating a vegan diet?
Maybe it is because people are just unwilling to give up meat consumption because they are comfortable with it. However, this comes at a cost to our entire planet. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, I think people are really acculturated to eating meat, dairy, eggs. They've grown up with it, they're used to it. They just have never considered any other option. What about you, Glenn?
The idea of the world going vegan would be very disruptive to the economy in some ways, and also I think it would improve the economy in other ways. If no one's even talking about it, why would they even bother? So it's good to get that message out there, but time will tell, and hopefully we'll make the right decision.
I think it's a big shift for many people, and I think change can come slowly. I also think, though, I'm very hopeful As I've been exposed to more and more information about how many people are aware of this and are starting to see the impact of climate change in their day-to-day lives, that people are much more open to the possibility. And certainly people of our generation are somewhat open to being vegan. People who are older, maybe not as much, but the younger generation, they're very open to it. And I've seen more and more younger people really interested and open to the possibility of a vegan diet, much more so. So that makes me feel hopeful. If you'd like to read more about how going vegan could stop climate change, check out the articles and research we've provided below. All right, well, that's it for our show today. Thanks for watching.
Oh, and if you like the show, we would love it if you would subscribe.
All right, thanks. Bye. Have
Thanks,
a great
everybody.
day.
Recording.
Infinity. Woohoo, infinity times.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Okay. It's going to make it to the outtake.
Oh, that's it. That's the outtake for sure.